Hi guys, it's Desperate Need to Be Loved / Chromatic Love / me, Jen. I saw this tag going around on Tumblr and it was about books. And I love books. So I decided to do it even though I wasn't tagged, so shh. I saw this tag and it was originally for a text post, but what the hell. The rules were to talk about 10 books that have stayed with you in some way. They don't have to be classics or anything, just any books that you want as long as they touched your heart. Okay, let's get on with it. Number 1, Speak. I originally picked this up because it was on sale at the thrift shop and my friend recommended it, Rigel. It was a really kind of on a whim purchase, but I read it and it's about a girl who develops selective mutism due to a traumatic and terrible event that happened to her, and it's about finding your voice and speaking up against those who violated her and stuff. I'm really sorry I can't talk, but it's a really good book and I cried. Next. Wither. Look at this beautiful cover. It's set in a world where genetic manipulation went too far and guys die at 25 and girls die at 20, and this is about a girl and her brother and they're twins and they get separated because she gets kidnapped to be a sister wife for the senator, and her name is Rhine, which is a really awesome name. Anyway, it's a really interesting concept and take on the dystopian genre. It's really good. Love the One You're With. I really like Emily Giffin, especially since Something Borrowed and Something Blue and all of that. Then I find this book. It really spoke to me about my fears about relationships because it's about this woman who's married and settled and she's kind of happy, but her what if person, the what if I married this guy, her true love before her actual love. Does that make sense? He shows up and is still in love with her and she's really conflicted, and I don't know, I'm really scared that when I get married, divorce and stuff might happen. And this book, The Book Thief. This is a recent read because I really wanted to read it before I saw the movie, which never happened anyway, so. Book. It's set in Nazi Germany during World War II. That sounds redundant. Anyway, it's about a girl named Liesel and her family while they were harboring a Jewish boxer named Max. And it's told in Death's point of view and he sees things in colors, which is really nothing like nothing I've ever read before. And it's really interesting and I really wanted to see the movie. But it's really good, and to read about a place in a book where books were burned and a person trying to salvage them to give somebody hope. It really makes me want to cry. Technically, this is cheating, but series. This is the Looking Glass Wars series, and as you could probably tell, it's about Alice in Wonderland, and the twist on it is that everything actually happened in Wonderland, and Lewis Carroll actually got everything wrong. Well, not wrong, he just thought that Alice was spouting fiction and he wrote it down and she got mad at him. And the Red Queen features heavily in this, especially in the second book. So basically, Wonderland is a queendom where girls rule and imagination is power. And basically the Red Queen seizes their palace, and Alice winds up in Victorian England. And she was made to believe that her world was fiction, but it's not. It's kind of a funny story by Ned Vizzini. May he rest in peace. This was a gift for me last Christmas by my friend Catalea. I really, really wanted to read it, and it's really, really good. I cried multiple times, and I know this is probably me talking about crying all the time, but it really speaks about depression and just, you know, losing motivation for things that you know you have to do and want to do, but you just can't. And a lot of it is about grades and personal life and like family life, and it's really, really gripping. And Ned Vizzini, the author, actually took his own life around the holiday season, and which makes this book infinitely more sad for me. Just read this, it's really good. Happier things in Delirium, I think. Delirium is set in a world where love is forbidden, and you could actually get the urge to love taken away from you by surgery. And you're just matched with somebody that's compatible to your tastes and your age, and it's about a whole thing with love. And I know that we're all tired of like love triangles and things like that, but this one makes it all better because it's about love, and everything about love triangles fits in this so much. And it really does make you contemplate on the state of love and whether or not you love somebody. It's just really, really good. Some really good things are in this book. Also, the companion to this, the Delirium stories, are really good. The characters are so complex, and everybody is motivated by love, which I kind of believe in. So, Delirium! There are 2 other books, but the best. Alright, so the next book is 13 Reasons Why, which I don't currently have at the moment because I gave it to somebody for Christmas. And, I don't know, giving my own books that I've read before to people that I think need them, kind of nothing. I have way too many books anyway. So, 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher is a great, great book about depression and suicide and the warning signs, and it was just really, really good. And I really don't remember a lot of it, but the book has stayed with me in my mind, or since. It stayed with me since. Just, I don't know why I'm interested in these kinds of books, but 13 Reasons Why. Moving on. The next book is Pure by Juliana Baggott, author of The Nobodies as Anybody. Anyway, don't mind the price tag. I bought these at the thrift shop. It's in a world where there's a dome, and I know there's a lot of books about domes, like Stephen King's Under the Dome, and the TV show that's come from it, but I don't know, I think this one is better. Sorry, Stephen King fans. So basically there was a whole nuclear explosion. So basically there was an explosion, but a whole city section was safe under a dome, and the rest were kind of became mutants because of the fusion reaction, and they were fused to like the things that they were touching. So mothers are fused with their children. Their children never age, and they're just fused with their mothers forever, even after they die. And you know, I'd probably be fused with my scarf and this book, which I keep holding right here, if it happened. And everything is basically crap. And the main character is this girl, Prussia, and she was about 7 when the detonations occurred, and she was holding a doll at the moment, so one of her hands is fused with a doll head, and she's constantly insecure about that in a world where everybody is fused with something. And that's a really bad description. These are all bad descriptions, I'm very sorry. The last set of books the last book isn't actually a book, but more of a compilation of works. It's everything by Roald Dahl. Everything. But especially Matilda, because as a kid I did read a lot, and I'm pretty sure I was bullied. Even though, you know, I've never even heard of bullying before then, I'm pretty sure I was. And books kind of became my escape, and now it's my life. And I don't know, it just kind of taught me that being different isn't bad. It just means variety. And I don't know, it gave me comfort that, you know, somebody else was like me, and that I had somewhere to turn to when things weren't going well. And that's the tag. If you want to do the tag, please feel free. This is Jen signing out.